Yes, we are here now in a supermarket with you, Anne-Marie, and you're going to tell us a little about how the maXi project works in practice, or you can say in what we call the living labs.
Yes, we have tried to work with how we can use technology to solve a lot of ordinary problems that people with diabetes or chronic illness face every day. So for example, if you are diabetic, you're occupied with what's in the food. You need to know the amount of carbohydrates, you need to know about fat, and sugar and other ingredients. And so for example, when we have a product like these biscuits, you can see this is the label where you can read about what's in the food. It's difficult to read, the letters are really small. In Denmark we have a board actually who are making handbooks to people about how to read it. Also, it's made in 100 gram, so you need to do a lot of calculation, figuring out, so what's the weight of one biscuit? And accordingly, what's the amount of carbohydrate, fat, sugar, and so on. Additionally, you need to know a lot of these numbers. There are these numbers with an E in front, and that can be numbers for sugar replacements, and some sugar replacements are even worse than normal sugar. So in supermarkets, they actually try to make technology that can help people. So if you can try to scan this.
Yes, I can try.
Did it work? Yes. Then you can see, what's the price of this product? And there's a sale on the product. Why not use this type of technology for health information? That's what we have tried to explore in the maXi project with experiments in butcher shop and restaurants, where we have tried to make screens and information and work with how precise should information be, what should the amount of information be, and so on. And that is results that can easily be grabbed by supermarkets and integrated into this type of technology. Integrating it into existing technology is really important because all the participants in the maXi project call for the ability to blend in instead of standing out. So instead of asking a personnel, could you show me a biscuit which would be nice for me because I'm a diabetic? Then you actually ask the person to confront himself or herself with the illness, and maybe they don't want to share this. So making technological solutions where you can blend in and sort of solve your own problems is a really good idea. Mobile phones is also worth considering. Almost everybody in Denmark has a mobile phone in the world. We have pretty good Wi-Fi, and the mobile phones are now in a quality where you, with, for instance, the camera in the iPhone, you can take a photo of a barcode or a QR tag, and by that it can recognize the tag and open website where you can upload additional information which is both nice to read and also really relevant for people suffering from chronic illness. We have tried to work with that in the maXi project. So for instance, we have this little application where you can see, if you're going grocery shopping, you can have a list of favorites of goods that you like. So if Emma, who is 3 years old and she's going to be taken care of for a day by her grandparents, they can have the mobile phone and they can go by this list instead of trying to figure out what type of buns can we buy and so on. And in this list, there are more than 400 types of products in here. You can see
quite a lot.
Yeah, you can see sort of what's in the product and you can see details about it. So it's actually kind of a label reader, you could say, but gives you access to the ability to search and share and add and so on.
This information, is it gathered from a company that makes the product?
No.
Or?
In the beginning we tried to, I think it could be an excellent idea that supermarkets try to integrate some of these things and also mobile services. But in the beginning, we wanted to have service providers, give this type of information to people with chronic illness. But it was difficult because of regulations and you could also say power issues. So instead, we made what we call the wild rabbits. And wild rabbits are people who, share, dig holes and make the access together. And we have now 400 types of goods that has been inserted in this database by us and people with diabetes, and it's an open platform where everybody can upload. If you find a new piece of bread that you think this is just excellent, it has no sugar replacement, there's no gluten and so on, then you can upload it and share it with others. And you can rate products and so on. So that's actually a really good idea. But I actually also think that the service providers should start focusing on this too.
And people are using this like a Wikipedia.
Yes, because I mean, then they are not depending on others.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really a Wikipedia for people with diabetes or people interested in health information. And about the integrated technology, the main point of the maXi project is that service providers focus on this. I mean, we have advanced restaurants handing out iPads to people going to a restaurant so they can choose a menu, and then the order is, I mean, put directly to the kitchen, and then they are served the food. But that's, I mean, that's designing a warehouse system in some way.
Yeah.
Why not integrating health information to, I mean, we forget the health information. We forget how we can support people in their everyday life by blending in and sharing information and building community and supporting each other in a healthy living, you could say.
Yeah.